think are amazing. Thank you for having me here. I must admit, I have not publicly spoken in probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, so bear with me. When I was asked to speak, I thought, this could be a great opportunity. I haven't done this in a while, and I know you guys might have seen that little sneak peek, but it's an excuse to use PowerPoint. I mean, really, after graduating college, how often do you get a chance to use that? It makes me feel like that. So I was excited. I think that if I know 2 things in this world, it's the arts and LGBT community. I'm obviously part of it, and I've made a living now in the arts, so I thought, I've got this nailed. I know exactly what to talk about, And I got home and I thought, wait, shit, what do I talk about? Because I don't know about you guys. Is anybody in here artists or creative types? Can I see a show of hands here? Yes. So, based on that fact, I'm sure some of you know that, bullet points and outlines and lists sometimes don't always work as effectively. Hence the concept of visual learner. So that kind of made it challenging to think about. So I sat back and I started painting and kicked back, and pretty much every thought other than this was going through my head. Like, what was I going to wear tomorrow? The lyrics to Toot It and Boot It. Everything was it. And in that time, in that process, I realized that in itself was what I loved about art. It was the whirlwind that took place in my head. It's the cornucopia of existence that exists in my brain, the insanity sometimes, if you will. But ultimately, it's the freedom. It's a never-ending landscape. And to me, creativity was always my freedom. All my thoughts are my own, and if I choose to express them visually, they're my own to be expressed visually. Everybody has that in themselves, and no matter if you're a painter, some people who did raise their hands, you might not see yourself as necessarily an artist, but you're all wearing clothes today. Thank you for that. Which means you've made a decision. You woke up this morning and you decided, I'm going to put this on with this, and that is my statement for the day. Which means that you are creative in yourself. And it's how one chooses to express these thoughts that is creativity. And with creativity, together with confidence, that's how you create your freedom. When I was a child, I was very girly up until about age 5 or so. I wore dresses and had long hair, and played with dolls. And one day, I was just a little precursor to this. I was watching MTV when I was about 6, and I saw the Bangles walk like an Egyptian video. Has anybody seen that? Okay. And I realized when I saw Susanna Hoffs, who's the lead singer of the Bangles, I felt something in my stomach. And I thought, I don't think it's something I ate. Let's put it that way. I feel as though I might be attracted to women. So thank you, Susanna Hoffs, for that. Soon after, I woke up one morning, and I came to my mom, and I said, Mom, I don't want to be a girl anymore. I want to cut my hair off, and I want to have spiked hair, and I want to look like Billy Idol. This was my goal. And, my mom kind of stepped back, and she said to me, Whitney, take the day, and I'm 6, okay, so having to digest this is kind of weird. She said, take the day, and come back to me at the end of the day if you're still feeling like this, and then we'll go to the salon. Needless to say, at the end of the day, I came back to her and said, this is the way I see myself. And so she took me to the salon, and I transformed myself that day. So I'm gonna share a little something with you guys that maybe not a lot of people see. This right here. Now I know you guys are thinking. This kid is awesome, which is accurate. I mean, A, dinosaur shirt. Okay, B, cherubic face. Yes, that's mine. And C, baby dyke mullet. I can't see that word, but although you might be saying, this kid is obviously amazing, you might also say this kid is probably going to face a lot of judgment in school. But you know, my parents gave me such an instilled sense of confidence with myself that I went in thinking everything was perfectly normal, that my form of expression was the way I was supposed to be. And I think in doing so, I confused the hell out of people. Because I confused every kid that was in my school because I walked in like, yeah, this is what I look like. Why, is that a problem? And it confused people. So I didn't face the torment or the judgment that a lot of people get because I think I confused them with this confidence that was instilled in nourishing my form of expression and my form of creativity. That's working. As I got older, and as everybody gets older, you know, you start kind of losing that innocence of childhood, and you know, losing the blanket if your parents did support you in things you did. You know, you're thrown into things on your own, and your sense of reassurance is sometimes questioned. You know, you're going through changes physically, and so, you know, where do you turn to? And for me, I turned to art. That was my saving grace. It is, as I said before, creativity is your ultimate sense of freedom. You can do with it whatever you want. It's boundless. Your ideas are boundless, what you create is boundless, and no one can tell you what to do with it. And with that, I decided to take that and, you know, make it part of my everyday life. You know, it was something important to me, and being that I could, you can't see that adorable face right now because something's going on, but being that I felt so confident, I thought that it was important to help instill this in other children. So I started doing art therapy with kids, and just seeing that on a day-to-day basis, that, you know, even teachers, when I would walk in the room, I work a lot with autistic children doing art therapy, and, you know, in the same sense as the LGBT community, the autistic children are judged, they're ridiculed, and in a sense they're trapped within their own minds. And art is a way for them to get out of that mind. Same with the LGBT community or anybody else, you know, it doesn't matter. And hearing the teachers have such a lack of faith in the students sometimes is very discouraging. You know, they run into the room and they're overwhelmed and they see bright colors and they're screaming, and the teachers say to me, good luck with that. And it's like, no, let's take a step back and let's, you know, have faith. Let's hand them a brush and see what they can do. And the product of that, the outcome of that was astounding. It was really amazing. That's why I feel like art is so important in a day-to-day life. You know, in the car ride over, I started to like think about what I was going to say again, and I was like, maybe this isn't right, and you know, am I getting my message across, and am I, you know, what if I'm going to stumble with my words like I just did right now. You know, and I realized I was overanalyzing everything, because as I said at the beginning, it's really simple. It's simple. The root of what I'm saying is simple. Creativity fuels confidence. Confidence fuels freedom. Freedom fuels creativity. Creativity fuels confidence, etc., etc. It's a continuous circle. So find your dinosaur trapper keeper. Don't be ashamed of that baby dyke mullet you might got going on there. Expression is yours to be had, and creativity is your freedom. So thank you. I would like to show you this little quote. The work of art is a scream of freedom, and that could not be more true. Thank you guys for having me.